Each morning, as dawn breaks over the sprawling cityscape, an old golden retriever named Max patiently waits by the familiar train station bench. The first rays of sunlight paint the sky with hues of orange and pink, but Max's attention is solely focused on the bustling entrance. Gentle rain might be falling, creating a shimmering effect on the wet pavement, but he remains unfazed. He sits with an air of quiet dignity, his golden fur slightly ruffled by the morning breeze. He's a picture of unwavering loyalty, a silent sentinel in the heart of the city. Commuters rush past, a sea of faces hidden beneath a kaleidoscope of umbrellas, each absorbed in their own morning rituals. They hurry to catch their trains, their minds already racing with the day's demands. Few notice the steadfast golden retriever sitting patiently on the bench. The rainy morning paints the cityscape in muted tones, but Max's presence adds a touch of warmth and unwavering hope to the scene. He watches them all, his eyes scanning each face, searching for a glimmer of recognition, a sign that his long wait might soon be over. He is a silent observer, a furry anchor in the ever-flowing current of city life. Some days, the sun breaks through the clouds, warming his back and casting long shadows across the platform. On these brighter mornings, he seems a little more cheerful, his tail giving a hopeful wag every now and then. Other days, the winter wind howls, and snowflakes dance around him, gathering on his thick golden coat. The city transforms into a winter wonderland, but Max remains steadfast, his determination unwavering. He shakes off the snow, his eyes still fixed on the entrance, his spirit unbroken by the harsh weather. But always, regardless of the elements, he waits, a beacon of hope in the heart of the bustling station. Max's routine never changes, a comforting ritual in his long vigil. He circles the bench, carefully sniffing the air, hoping to catch a familiar scent, a trace of the one he's waiting for. He checks every corner, every nook and cranny, as if expecting them to suddenly appear. Then, with a sigh, he settles back down, his gaze returning to the crowd. He repeats this process throughout the morning, a silent prayer whispered with every circle, a hopeful plea carried on the wind. He is a creature of habit, his routine a testament to his unwavering devotion. To the city, he is a fixture, a quiet, patient, and loyal presence that has become as much a part of the train station as the ticket booths and the arrival boards. People have grown accustomed to seeing him there, a golden statue amidst the daily chaos. Some offer him a kind word, a gentle pat on the head, a shared moment of connection in their busy lives. Others simply pass by, oblivious to the depth of his devotion. But Max remains, a symbol of unwavering loyalty, a testament to the enduring power of love and hope in the heart of the city. He is a reminder that even in the most bustling of environments, there is always room for compassion and connection. But Max wasn't always alone, lost in the quiet solitude of his present days. There was a time, not so long ago, when his life was a symphony of joyful barks, boundless energy, and unwavering companionship. Once, he ran through fields of emerald green, a blur of golden fur against the vibrant landscape, chasing after a bright red ball thrown with love by his best friend, his owner. He remembered the wind in his fur, the sun on his face, and the pure, unadulterated joy of the chase. Every throw was a new adventure, every catch a victory celebrated with enthusiastic tail wags and happy yips. The world was his playground, and his owner, his partner in crime. Laughter echoed through the park as they played together, a melody of shared joy that resonated in the hearts of everyone nearby. The bond between them was palpable, an unbreakable connection forged through countless games of fetch, shared secrets whispered in the quiet of the night, and the simple, unwavering presence of one another. They were inseparable, two souls intertwined in a tapestry of mutual affection and unwavering loyalty. The park was their sanctuary, a place where worries faded away and only the present moment mattered, filled with the simple pleasures of companionship and the boundless energy of youth. At home, after a long day of adventures, Max curled up at his owner's feet, a contented sigh escaping his lips. The warmth of the fire, the soft glow of the lamplight, and the comforting presence of his human created a haven of peace and tranquility. He felt safe, loved, and utterly at ease in his familiar surroundings. The rhythmic rise and fall of his owner's chest was a soothing lullaby, a constant reminder of the unwavering love that enveloped him. They shared quiet evenings together, filled with gentle pats, soft words whispered in the darkness, and the unspoken language of love that only two kindred spirits could understand. Max's world was full of love, a boundless ocean of affection that washed over him with every shared glance, every comforting touch, and every moment spent in the presence of his beloved owner. He knew, without a doubt, that he was the luckiest dog in the world, blessed with a life filled with joy, companionship, and unwavering devotion. But one day, the familiar routine was shattered, the idyllic world he knew so well irrevocably altered. His owner left for work, a simple goodbye exchanged at the door, a promise of return hanging in the air. But the days stretched on, and the familiar sound of the key turning in the lock never came. Max waited patiently by the door, his tail wagging expectantly with each passing car, each approaching footstep. As the hours turned into an eternity, his hope began to dwindle, replaced by a gnawing sense of unease. He moved to the window, his eyes scanning the street for any sign of his beloved human. Finally, as darkness descended, he made his way to the train station, the last place he had seen his owner, clinging to the faintest glimmer of hope that he would reappear. But the crowds thinned, the trains came and went, and his owner never returned, leaving Max alone in the cold, harsh reality of his absence. In the bustling heart of the city, amidst the hurried footsteps and echoing announcements of the train station, an old dog sat patiently by a weathered wooden bench. At first, few noticed him. He was just another part of the urban landscape, easily overlooked in the daily rush. People glanced at him, perhaps with a fleeting moment of curiosity, before continuing on their way, their minds preoccupied with their own destinations and schedules. The dog, seemingly unfazed by the indifference, remained steadfast, his gaze fixed on some distant point only he could see. Days blurred into weeks, and the dog remained a constant fixture at the station. The initial indifference began to fade, replaced by a growing sense of intrigue. People started to wonder about him. Who was this dog? Where did he come from? And most importantly, what was he waiting for? Was he lost, abandoned, or perhaps waiting for someone who would never return? The questions swirled among the commuters, adding a layer of mystery to the already complex tapestry of city life. The station, a microcosm of the city itself, was filled with people from all walks of life. Among them was a kind-hearted shopkeeper, who, noticing the dog's persistent presence and his increasingly gaunt appearance, decided to take action. He placed a bowl of fresh water near the bench, a small act of kindness in the face of the dog's silent vigil. A young child, drawn to the dog's gentle eyes and the sadness etched on his face, offered him a biscuit from her lunchbox. Max, as he was now being called by some, accepted these offerings with gentle gratitude, his tail wagging slightly in appreciation. But despite these acts of kindness, he never left his post. He remained rooted to the spot, his eyes scanning the crowds as if searching for a familiar face. The water and the biscuit were accepted not as a reason to move on, but as a sustenance to continue his unwavering wait. His loyalty was palpable, a silent testament to a bond that transcended the chaos of the train station. As the days turned into weeks, Max's story began to spread among the commuters who frequented the station. Whispers turned into conversations, and soon, everyone knew about the old dog who waited patiently by the bench. They began to greet him each morning, offering a kind word or a gentle pat on the head. Some, moved by his unwavering loyalty, would pause to sit beside him for a moment, sharing a quiet connection in the midst of the bustling station. They found solace in his presence, a reminder of the simple virtues of loyalty, patience, and unconditional love. Max became more than just a dog. He became a symbol of hope and connection in a city often characterized by its anonymity and indifference. He was a silent observer, a furry confidant, and a reminder that even in the most crowded of places, a single act of kindness can spark a connection that transcends all boundaries. One day, a local journalist snapped a photo of Max and shared his story online. The city was moved. People from all over began visiting the station. They brought food, flowers, and even painted pictures of Max. The bench became a place of kindness and hope, a symbol of loyalty that touched everyone who passed by. As the years passed, Max grew older. His steps slowed, his muzzle turned gray, but his hope never faded. On his final day, Max lay peacefully on the bench, surrounded by flowers and the gentle hum of the city he loved. As the sun set, he closed his eyes, and the city grew quiet. Max's wait was over, but his story would live on. In the weeks that followed, the city came together to honor Max. A statue was built where he waited, bronze and shining in the morning sun. Children play near the statue, their laughter echoing through the square. People pause to smile, to remember, to feel hope. Max's story reminds us that love is patient and love remembers. In every act of kindness, his spirit lives on. Love is patient. Love remembers.